Good evening, good evening, good evening to all. Welcome once again here into my prayer closet. Come on in. Welcome here. Normally we would be here for Bible class. Normally we would do Bible class, but we know that today is Ash Wednesday, which actually means that today starts Lent. Today starts our 40 days. Today starts our 40 days of of going through what Jesus went through, which was a temptation. Our 40 days of self-evaluation, our 40 days of self-reflection, our 40 days before we get to Easter. And I know normally we would have a love feast if we were in the building, but we're not having our love feast. But we are going to acknowledge and we are going to continue in Lent these 40 days. I know that you guys know that it's Ash Wednesday, and a lot of people go to church and get the ashes placed on their forehead. We're just going to put some knowledge on your forehead and remind you that, like always, we all are ashes. And at some point, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, we will return back to the dust where we've come from. But this Lent, as I told you guys, to my congregation who's out there watching, all you guys that are watching, come on in with us, join us, come and be a part as we talk and as we discuss this Lent. I remember last Lent service, we spoke about not forgetting what you heard before you went into Lent. So let's just see. We just gonna come here. We won't be before you long today because today is Lent. And we just want to give you something to place in your mind, something to place in your heart, something for you to remember during these 40 days of reflection and these 40 days of self-examination and these 40 days of you and God becoming closer, the relationship that you have with God. We're just going to come here and try to give you some more support, try to show you how to get closer with him in these 40 days of Lent. My God, it's still spiritual warfare. And Lent is one of the most times that spiritual warfare takes place. If Jesus had to fight and Jesus had to go through spiritual warfare at this time, please do not think that you are, or that you will be able to escape it, or that it won't hit you. It will. Each and every one of us that are God's children, that are images of Jesus, that are images of God, we must do the things that Jesus done in order for you and I to live in victory. We have to. It's a must. It's a prerequisite. So like I said, we won't be before you long. We're just trying to give you something to start you off for Lent so that you can get through these 40 days. We want you to understand and realize and know what's taking place in these 40 days so that you won't give up, so that you won't get weary, so that you won't throw in a towel, so that you will understand what's taking place and what's happening in your life at this time. So you will be able to be prepared to deal with it appropriately. Now, if you would with me, come with me, go with me, please, to Matthew. Go with me to Matthew. I just want to read the account. We're going to give you some things. We're going to show you some things, and we want you to go ahead and go on about your evening. But I want to exactly make sure that you understand this point about this Lenten. This Lenten season. This is a season. I want you to understand you are in a season. You're entering into a season. Talking about congregation, Sunday, you guys are here about the fast, because we will be going on a fast. Um, I will give you the details on that Sunday, so please make sure that you tune in. But I want this Lent season, I want you to understand and realize that this is a season in your life. And for this season, listen, this season has to happen. I want you to understand that what's finna take place in this season, these next 40 days in your life, these next 40 days that you and I will be dealing with, it's a must. It's a prerequisite. It must take place. You can't get around it. You can't escape it. You have to deal with it in order to come through the other side. Now, listen to me. Come with me, please, to Matthew. Welcome to my prayer room. Come with me to Matthew. Matthew, third chapter. We'll start at the end of the third chapter of Matthew. I just want to read this so you will understand. And we'll go down to the fourth chapter of where Jesus started his temptation for Lent. And the third chapter of Matthew, beginning here at this 16th verse, you will find these words. That's the third chapter of Matthew in the King James Version. Beginning at the 16th verse, you find these words. And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him. And he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lightning upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Fourth chapter. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and he sitteth him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Jesus said unto him, It is written, Again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And again the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto them, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt just fall down and worship me. Then said Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shall thou serve. And then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. The 11th verse. My God. Now listen. This is what I want you to understand. I'm going to need you to understand and remember this during this Lent season. Remember, you're in a spiritual warfare now, this Lent season, but I'm going to need you to understand this, that this season, in this season, as we sing from the beginning, the Bible said that the heavens opened up for Jesus. This is the first thing I want you to know. In this season, for this Lent of this time that's taking place, remember this. You must remember this, that the heavens are open. This is the Lent season. This is the season that the Lord Father, God of ours, has opened heaven. Now, the Spirit of God ascending and descending, and like a dove, he said, but the heavens were open to him. In this season, in this Lent season, no matter what takes place in your life, no matter how it happens, no matter what happens, no matter what things come your way, no matter how you have to fight, no matter what spiritual things you must take on, remember the heavens are open to you. They're open to you like they're open to us, like they were open to Jesus. In this time, in this moment, it said the heavens were open to him, and lightning, like a dove, lightning came upon him. The heavens were open. And if the heavens were open for Jesus for this season, remember the heavens are open for you from this season. This Lenten season, this you must remember. The heavens are open. So don't get too upset about too many things. Don't allow too many things to get you down during the spiritual battle of these next 40 days. Remember the heavens are open to you. And if the heavens are open to you, that means Jesus, that means God, that means the angels hear your voice and see where you are, see your circumstance. But you have to know that they're open. The heavens are open for this season. Now, what you choose to do in this season with that, how you choose to take that information and that knowledge and use it in your spiritual journey, in your spiritual warfare, is up to you. But you must know and need to remember that the heavens are open. And if you were like me and know that the heavens are open, if I were you, I would start sending things up there that they can see. I would start praying to God like never before because the heavens are open. I would start repeating promises that God gave me because I know this season the heavens are open. I will begin to pray and ask God to do things that I wouldn't normally ask him to do, only because I know that this season the heavens are open. And if the heavens are open, that means God sees me. Not only do God sees me, God hears me. God always sees and hears me. But there are certain seasons where what I ask God for, or what pertains to God dealing with my life, that God hears you even greater. And this is one of those seasons, which is why the Bible said that the heavens were open to him. During this season, Lent. It was the beginning of Lent that the heaven was open for Jesus. You need to remember that this season. Don't let nothing make you forget that the heavens are open for you. No problem, no circumstance, no situation. Remember, whatever comes, whatever happens, remember the heavens are open to you. And if they're open, that means there is a way that God can hear you. God can see you. The angels see you. The angels can hear you. They're taking your messages to God. It's open. It's open. So don't allow the enemy to make you think during this season, I don't care what happens, during this season, that God is not listening to you, that God don't see you. Remember, that's the first thing I need every person to remember, is that the heavens are open to you. During this season, this 40 days, this season where you start today for Lent service and you end on Easter, this season is open. The Bible said, and after Jesus saw the heavens were open, a voice spoke from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Remember, when God opens the heavens, whatever season that is that he chooses to do it, and it just so happened to be this season that he opens the heavens, watch this. He confirms, watch this, who you are. Remember that all season long, for 40 days, my beloved son, my beloved daughter, my beloved daughter, my beloved son. Remember, God confirms when the heavens are opened what he's already established. So despite what happens during this season, despite what you may go through, despite how you may feel, despite what challenges may come, remember, God has already confirmed who you are. And the heavens are open to you. They're not open for anything. They're just not open for nothing. They're open because God knows during this season, there are going to be some things that's taking place in this season that God wants you to know that he hears you if you open your mouth. That he sees you if you open your mouth. That the angels will move on your behalf if you just open your mouth with the knowledge of knowing heaven is open for you this season. Spiritual warfare. And this season, this Lenten season. And then the Bible said, after the heavens were open, after God confirmed what he had already established, after God spoke and said what he said, then the Bible said, then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. Now, let me say this about this season, your season, this season right here. The Spirit led him there. That's a prerequisite of this season. God is going to watch this. God is going to allow the Spirit to move you into some things that may not be comfortable for you. But it's a prerequisite. It must take place in order for something else to happen. So don't get caught up in what you feel. Don't get caught up in what you see. Don't get caught up in how things try to come against you in this season, because it must happen in order for you to get to where you're going. He was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. It's a prerequisite. You have to go through it. This season is about the wilderness. This season is about you conquering your wilderness. This season is about knowing how to conquer your wilderness because you understand that the heavens are open. He was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted. Prerequisite. You must go through the wilderness in order to come out with the power. But you must know and remember the wilderness. Listen, the wilderness is not a mirage. It's real. The things you're going to come up against this season, they're real. The thing that's going to try to come against you, the thing that'll be happening in your life, it's real. It's not a mirage. Because you have to go through it to get to what's behind it. There's certain things in certain seasons, God, you just have to go through. He's not going to move everything. He's not going to push everything. He's not going to open a way of escape every time. Some things you have to go through just to get to the other side, because you have to know that even going through them, the heavens is still open to you, which means God still hears you. God still sees you. In this season, God wants to know if you're going to continue to remember he sees you. He knows who you are. He established you. If you're going to remember, he established you. If you're going to remember what he said about you during this season. It's a prerequisite. You have to go through it. It's a requirement. You know how it's a prerequisite that even though I'm in the classroom, I have to pass tests before I can get a good grade. The tests are a prerequisite. They're a requirement in order for me to prove or show the knowledge that I've obtained in the class. So it has to happen in order for me to get a good grade. And it's just the same way like that for this season. God wants to see if you are going to remember he established you, one. He told you who you were, one, my beloved. He told you what was taking place, that the heavens were open to you. Now it's our turn. It's you and my job to show God that we understand that the heavens are open to us, to show God how to respond when we know that the heavens are open to us, to show God that we know how to react when the heavens are open to us, despite what happens, just for this season to let God know, God, I understand. Because there's a lot of seasons in life where we don't understand. There's a lot of seasons in life that comes with life that you will never understand. But in this season, this Lenten season, it's for you and me, you and I, to show God we understand, one, we've been established, two, that the heavens are open to us. And if the heavens are open to you, the heavens are open to me, that means God is listening and willing to give if they're open. He's willing to give. He's willing to allow you and I to receive because the heavens are open. Listen, he said, and the Spirit led him into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. To be tempted of the devil, meaning that this had to happen. It had to happen, or this had to exist in order for Jesus to prove that he knew the heavens were open. What you're finna experience during this Lent season, this is for all you who are dealing with Lent, all you who know that God is looking for something from us for Lent, all of you that believe that in this season, this is a self-reflecting Lent. This is all about what you and I have learned about ourselves in spirituality and spiritual warfare, because it's Lent, and this is a season that's taking place in your life, which is this Lent from these next 40 days. God is waiting to see if you will remember and respond as the heavens are open to you. You're not going to be able to stop the temptation. He was led to that. You won't be able to stop the problems. We're led to that because God is doing the leading. And if God is doing the leading, that means I'm following. And if I'm following and God is leading and there's trouble ahead, that means he's leading me to it. But the problem is, how will you respond in it? How will you respond because of it? Will you respond as if knowing that the heavens are open and all you have to do is ask and it shall be given? Seek and you shall find? Or will you respond to the fact that you think you're by yourself and you ran into trouble, or trouble found you, and forget the fact that he was leading you? In this season requires knowledge. Watch this. Of knowing. This Lent, God wants to prove that you know that he has the heavens open. I don't care what happens. I don't care what you go through. I don't care where your life you find yourself in these next 40 days. In this season, that you must remember he established you and that the heavens are open to you. Despite what happens, the Bible said it led him to be tempted of the devil. And the devil, we know how he does and what he does in the temptations. He said to Jesus, if you be the Son of God, command that these stones be turned into bread. Trying to get Jesus. Watch this. In this season, don't allow whatever's going on in your life, whatever happens in your life, whatever the enemy try to bring in your life. Watch this. Don't allow him to try to get you to do something God did not ask you to do. Jesus could have easily turned the stone to bread, but that wasn't what God sent him to do. God sent him to remember that the heavens were open. That's God sending you so you can remember that the heavens are open to you. Don't allow in this season something to make you try to do something God did not tell you to do, even if you know you have the ability and the power to do. This season is about knowing that the heavens are open. And if the heavens are open, that means God is with you. God is watching you. God is with you. And if God is watching you and if God is hearing you, then God will tell you what to do. Don't let no one else do it. In spiritual warfare, this season is a rough season because it's going to take all you have to remember that the heavens are open. Because the one thing that the enemy is going to try to do, that the temptations are going to try to do, is to make you forget that they're open. And they're going to try to make you think that the ceiling is closed. Try to make you think that everything is happening and all this is happening one after another, but trying to get you and I to forget what we already knew before he led us here. Don't forget this season what you know. You here for a reason. You here because God has said something, because God has shown you something, because God is looking for you to respond in a way to something. Don't forget that in this season. This is a season of knowing. This is a season of displaying. This is a season of standing up. This is the season of responding correctly. Lent, this 40 days. Make sure you try to respond correctly. Jesus responded correctly every time. And all he did was respond with the word. Each temptation. Each temptation. So listen to me. Now that God has said that the heavens are open and he established you, you know what this in spirituality, this season is representing this. Now that we know that the heavens are open, now that we know that God has established us and made you and I steadfast, this season, watch this. This season is all about, this is what it really boils down to. It really boils down to your faithfulness to him. Because everything else that's going to come in this season is going to try to get you to leave off your faithfulness, not to man, not to people, not to your church, to him. To him. This season is all about your self-inventory, your self-reflection of your faithfulness to him. Are you faithful enough to remember what he said about you in this season? During this battle. Because see, all Jesus had to do was remember what he knew. His faithfulness got him through the temptation because he knew what he knew was faith. Will your faithfulness bring you through these 40 days? We need our faithfulness of knowing what God said about us, who God said we are, and what's taking place in our life to get through this season. We're going to need it. We're going to need it because things are going to try to come to get you to take shortcuts like the devil tried to do to Jesus. That's what the temptation was all about. He was trying to get him to take shortcuts. And they're going to try to come to get you to take shortcuts in this season. But if you know that the heavens are open, then you know you can't take a shortcut because God is leading you. And if you take a shortcut, what happens is then you veer away from God. You let his hand go because you try to take a shortcut. And this season, you have to stay where he's leading you through. I don't care if he's leading you through hell, you got to stand and walk with him because he's the one leading you. The moment you veer off, the moment you try to take a shortcut like the enemy was trying to do to Jesus, the moment you think of what somebody else say, the moment you take a wrong idea, the moment you try to show somebody else's performance or idea that they have given you, the moment you do that to try to take a shortcut, what ends up happening is you end up letting God's hand go. You end up not following where he's leading you to. You end up taking a wrong path. And if you take the wrong path in this season, you're going to end up failing. It can't be. This season is about faithfulness. You can't allow nothing to make you or take you from what you know. The knowledge that you have today, starting today for the next 40 days, you have to keep it. You must remember it and you must display it because there's going to be things that God's going to take you through. He's taking you through them because he knows you're strong enough to go through them. He's taking you through them because he knows that if you just remember what he said to you, that you will get through them. He's taking you through them because he wants you to get what's on the other side behind them. That's why he's taking you through. That's why Jesus had to go through the wilderness. The Spirit led him there because it was the power that he got after it. That his ministry became known all through the world. But he had to go through that. He had to show that he knew, one, who he was, and that he knew, two, that God was with him because the heavens were open. That's what me and you are going to have to remember all this season long. For the next 40 days, we're going to have to remember that. I don't care where you find yourself or what takes place. You have to remember, one, that God solidified you, God established you, you know who you are, and two, that the heavens are open. The devil tries his best to get you and I to take shortcuts. And in this season, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but this season you're going to have to take the long way around because that's what God's looking for. Can you still march and know that the heavens are open? Can you still deal with it and know that you're established because I said that's my beloved daughter, because I said that's my beloved son? Can you stand up for me and show me through your faithfulness that you know what this season is all about? That's what we're doing. The season is all about that. That's it. All in for the next 40 days. Your spiritual warfare, your spiritual battle is all about you remembering who you are and knowing that the heavens are open for you no matter where you find yourself. You can pray for whoever you want to pray for. You can pray for yourself if you want to pray for. You can do that at any time. But this time you have to know that the heavens are open and that God is listening, that God is hearing, that God is seeing, and that God is displaying things for those who know that the heaven is open And he wants to give you, as the Bible puts it, his treasures. He wants to give you the desires of your heart. But you have to know that the kingdom of heaven is open. That's what the Bible said. Jesus said that. You have to know that it's open. You have to know that the windows are open and God is looking to throw things out of them to you. But you have to know that it's open. Jesus was giving us an example by the heavens being open. He was showing us that no matter what happens, as long as you know that the heavens are open, then you know that God not only hears you, but that he sees you. Remember, Jesus said, I know that you hear me always. And that only came from this point right here when they said the heavens were open. From that, Jesus always prayed. Jesus always talked. Jesus always went on mountains. Jesus always snuck away. Because this point right here, when he knew that the heavens were open. And this is the season that you and I must know that the heavens are open. And this time, with the heavens being open, no matter what temptation comes, we won't take shortcuts. No matter what temptation comes, we won't do the wrong thing. Jesus is basically displaying to you and I that it's better. And he's actually reminding us of this, that it is actually better to do something in the right way and fail than to do something the wrong way and succeed. He's actually showing us that. Because the enemy, the pressure, the spiritual battle that he was dealing with kept trying to make him do the shortcuts. Do this, take the shortcut way. But I'd rather go the long way with God than take the shortcut. Because one thing about the shortcut is if God is not in the shortcut won't get you there. In this season, this Lent season, this is it. We gone. I just want you to know this Lent season, you're going to have to remember who you are, that God established you. When he said, my beloved son, my beloved daughter, he established you before Lent. And after he led you, the heavens were open. For the next 40 days, you're just going to have to remember it's open. No matter what happened for the next 40 days, you're going to have to tell yourself it's open. No matter what you see, it's open. No matter how you feel, it's open. No matter what you hear, it's open. No matter what someone tell you, it's open. No matter what the doctor tell you, it's open. No matter what the mortgage company tell you, it's open. No matter what the car people tell you, it's open. No matter how it looks with the children, it's open. No matter how it looks with the marriage, it's open. No matter how it looks with the friendship, it's open. You have to know that the heavens are open in this season. This is what we must know. This is what God told me to tell us. We have to know. It's a must. He said it's a prerequisite, meaning it must take place in you, that you must know the heavens are open for you. Not just for your pastor, not just for your deacons, not just for the people and all the clergy. It's open for you in this season. God said he want to show out this season. He want to show up for some things that that we don't normally ask for in this season. During the temptation, he wants you and I to be tempted, and he wants to give us blessings we didn't even ask for when we passed the temptation test. And the only way you're going to be able to pass it, the only way I'm going to be able to pass it, is we have to know that we're established and that the heavens are open to us. Thank God we know that it's still Black History Month. And we know that we still honor our ancestors and all those that have went before us. We thank God for it and during this season. We're going to continue to honor. We're going to continue to lift up. We're going to continue to lift up the name of Jesus. We're going to continue to lift up all those that we know and all those who went before us that helped us get to the point that we are where we can still remember and know that we're established. We're going to thank God that the heavens are open for us, and we're going to remember that in this Lenten season. We got to remember that in order to get through it, you have to remember that the heavens are open. That's what will bring you and me victory in this season, in this Lenten season. The remembrance that the heavens are open will bring you victory in whatever you face for the next 40 days. I'm not going to say it. That's what God said. It's all about your faithfulness. Because, see, you have to be faithful in order to even know that the heavens are open. Because if you're not going to be faithful and pray and know and believe that they open, then there's no need of you acting like you know they open. You have, in order for you to see they open, it's going to take faithfulness. It's going to take faithfulness. Faithfulness to God. Faithfulness to remembering who you are. That's going to take faithfulness. There's going to be some things that are going to try to make you forget who you are, but that's going to take faithfulness. Faithfulness to know that the heavens are open to you. That's going to take some faithfulness. So please, this Lenten season, and we're done, this Lenten season, I want you all to remember what it's going to take. This battle, this season, this next 40 days is going to take you to remember that you've been established, and it's going to take for you to remember that the heavens are open to you. Don't let things get out of hand where they make you forget that the heavens are open. Because if the heavens are open, that means good things can come from them. That means you can pray and send things up to them because it's open. Remember that. Good things, good things. I remember, we done. I remember there was a saying that the lady Mother Teresa said, the one they call Mother Teresa. She said, God never called me to be successful. He called me to be faithful. During this Lent service, this Lent season, we want to be faithful in our faith. Be faithful in your faith. Be faithful in your praying. Be faithful in your acknowledging God in all situations. Be faithful in your letting God know everything that takes place instead of letting other people know. Be faithful in saying that you know who you are and you believe that the heavens are open on your behalf. Be faithful in remembering that no matter what takes place, no matter what comes your way. And I promise you, when this Lenten season over, like the Bible said, you will come out with power. Power, unspeakable power, because of your faithfulness to knowing that God hears you. When Jesus finished with the temptation, he said he came out with power, and the angels came and spoke and strengthening him. And the only thing that gave Jesus the power he had coming out that temptation, out this season, out the wilderness, out of Lent, was the fact that because of his faithfulness to God, God showed him how faithful he was. And God allowed him to see he wasn't by himself. God allowed Jesus to see the faithfulness that God had. And when God shows his faithfulness to you, you don't have nothing to worry about. All you know is God's power, and you believe in his power because God shows it to you through his faithfulness. So we're going to come all this Lent. Oh, yeah, all Lent long. All Lent long. All Lent long. We're going to make sure that we show we know who we are, and that we know that the heavens are open to us all Lent long. Every message, every Lenten service, every Wednesday, we're going to show that we know who we are and that the heavens are open towards us. Be prepared for this Lent season. Be prepared Sunday when before we go on and after I come off, I'll be letting you guys know what we're going to do because we are going to go on a fast. Be preparing yourself. Don't go eat too much. Be preparing yourself. We're going to go on a fast starting this Sunday. I'll let you guys know what that will consist of, but we definitely going to do it because we want to make sure that we're all on one accord, and we want to make sure that we have enough strength and stability to stand in what we're hoping to stand in, which is our hope, which is in Jesus, and our hope, which is the fact that we know who we are and we know that the heavens are open. So we want to make sure that we have enough to stable ourselves, that we can be stable in our faith and that we can remain faithful to what we believe. So please tune in this Sunday and you will hear us go forth about Lent. You will hear us go forth about what it entails. You're going to hear us go forth, and we're going to make sure that we try our best to show our faithfulness together and stand together so that we will be able to benefit from the heavens being open. God bless you. We love you. We definitely will see you guys Sunday. Thank you for coming into my prayer room. Have a happy Lent, and we'll see you Sunday. God bless you.